What's up, skunks? I'm in a hotel here in Taiwan, and I have this delicious, like no salt, no sauce salad. You know when people always say to you like, "Oh, what do you eat when you're vegetarian?" And then they think about this. I'm eating it. I'm so sad. I'm eating my delicious salad with chopstick, which is even crazier. Like, it's a lot going on. So I just came from like a 5 hour trip from Taipei to Sun Moon Lake. I've always wanted to see the Sun Moon Lake here in Taiwan. I'm happy I'm here, but I also haven't seen shit of it. And while I was on the bus, I was like, I know I only have 4% and I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. But let me listen to Demi Lovato, her new album, because I knew that she dropped an album like a couple weeks ago. And when I was listening to the album, it was clearly what she was going for, right? So this kind of like an album review that nobody asked me for. But isn't that what the internet is all about? To voice your unasked opinion. So when I was listening to Demi Lovato, her album, it was clearly what she was going for. But something that was really interesting that was for me like, is that, like fusing musics has always been like this really good thing, right? But so she has this vocal technique, which is usually considered like overdrive, or at least, we all know that Demi Lovato is a bit of a screamer. This is not a problem, but for some genres, this works really well. But interestingly enough, is for house, it's not really considered as like one where you go for like, that's one thing I did once say, is that I feel like the extreme vocals that how she's been doing, for example, in Cool for the Summer, I feel like it was from the time as well. Like if you, for example, now like a little bit like electronic or modern, at least modern music, like for example Pink Panthers, right? She's the hottest on the block. I love my girl Pinky. And Pinky, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm answering your call. I guess like she doesn't really do a lot of vocals, but everybody loves her music. Uh, Take a look inside your heart. Is anyone for me? I fucking up all these lyrics, but only one that you never get enough. I do like that song. I think I can only imagine for her as a vocalist, it's extremely boring to do kind of like these house things. But she has a choice. Like I feel like at her level, she has a choice on maybe what kind of album, what kind of genre she wants to do, because she has been playing around with all these genres. Like we've seen her in rock, and now we see her in house and electronic. So it's very interesting that she's trying to tackle this Gen Z generation, or at least how it seems from the writing. It seems like she's trying to get my generation to listen to her. And I do think like many of my generation, we do like her. I think. I'm not sure. Do we? I like her, but I like her old work, you know. I like her other song solo. You speak to me, and in my words I hear a melody. But in the twilight it's so hard to see what's wrong for me. You know that song? Is it that sing? So you can't resist, and you don't, you're not sorry. I can't. I fell through the hood, down at the bottom of your soul. Didn't think you can go solo. Yeah, it was that one. I just feel like also the lyrics are, there's no depth to it. I feel like this is something that it's been really sinking in for me the last couple of days with all the pop music and everything. But I feel like there's no discovering the lyrics, right? There's no double meaning. Like if you, for example, which one should we? Oh my god, okay. So I was listening to this version. Okay, it's not that deep unless you want it to be. I like that. And I love the picture. Again, she's looking phenomenal. Sis is looking good. But then I was listening to the first song, Low Rise Jeans. I was just like, oh, what are these lyrics? Oh, why? What? The reason why I say this is for our generation is because low-rise jeans have become more popular again, or at least like semi-popular, although they're more like mid-rise jeans. Um, and I get what I want. This lyric I really hate. My black G-string peeking out from the corners. Wanna snap it back like a rubber band. Of course I understand that if you read lyrics, they more often sound really, really freaking corny, but close enough for you to taste it. I could be your fantasy. Mind you, this is the second time I listened. The first time was like, let's say 2 hours ago on the bus. I'm great on the couch. I got you blushing. Lick my lips, blow a kiss. Feels good to get a kick. Something that noticed me is that every single time when she has a verse, like somebody else, on her track, is that this person is outshining Demi. I liked After Hours. The reason why I liked it is because, you know, like a lot of stuff in her music was very predictable. But then in the chorus, that little part, a little bit less predictable, like layers. Like I think usually it would be more like after hours and 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 hours. So it was nice that it was not as predictable as what happened with the rest. I like that one. Then of course you also have disc 2, because I was only more like referring to disc 1. I listened to disc 1 a little bit more in depth than disc 2. By the way, this video clip, she looks insane. Oh my god, like the turquoise, sis. Wear more turquoise because you look so good in it. But then she's still like, she's really pretty, but she also has the surgery face. It's a little bit, it makes me a bit uncanny. All these surgery faces, I know society puts a beauty standard and not everybody's suffering from it. But the surgery face is like, I don't know, the eyes are just different. Like Meghan Trainor has the same surgery face and it makes me so uncanny. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. I get it, she's a vocalist, so she wants to do some fun vocals. But I don't know. I feel like if she would have gone lighter with the vocals, it would have been different. Like, begging for the bass, yeah, you're turning me on. Na 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 na, getting me on to get over you. I'll be waiting all night, yeah. I don't know. Begging for the bass, yeah, you're turning me right. Like, you kind of feel like, oh my god, she's really begging for the bass. I wonder if my neighbors in the hotel just hear me doing the demi lovato. And again, this is her thing though, so I don't want to take her from her thing, because this is who she is. She's a screamer. It's okay. I think she should have just looked at the conditions on who she's willing and wanting to do. Obviously going for something. She's going for main pop, radio, you know, like radio friendly shit. That's what she's going for, you know, because there's no complicated lyrics, there's no complicated melodies, the instrumentals are very like easy, you know, like everything is very easy. So I understand that her goal was that, and I think if you want to have that, you also maybe need to adjust a little bit your vocals, because I think even if she wouldn't go for the full Demi style, we still would have recognized it was Demi, you know. And there's definitely been more songs where she's not always been this in overdrive. Let me just say it like that. She hasn't always done this. I feel like... Let me get an example, y'all. Let me get an example, because I swear to God. And I also think, again, some genres, it was different. You know, like if we look at an album like Here We Go Again, it was like pop rock back in the day, like exactly like this 2009, 2010 pop rock. And the vocals, it just made sense. It just makes sense to put some punch in there, you know? And then I think, nothing, hope you don't destroy my heart. I mean, she did do it always, if I think about it. A good example. I guess she's always been kind of doing it. I understand people want to have like their pop moment come back, you know. So, and with that, you have to play by the rules, you know. Like they think you have to be very pretty, like conventionally pretty, and that you have to make like music that is like very radio friendly because they know that this formula kind of works. And I think Demi Lovato has like a big enough following that whatever she will do, people will listen to it. But I think, I don't want to say it's like flopping because I don't necessarily think it's like that. But I think it just, I don't know, like how sincere is it? You know, how sincere is it? You just feel like it was targeted for us. And I think we're so much on the internet, you know, that I think a lot of us are quite repelled by when something is really like shoved in our face, like, here, this is for you, you know. And I guess a lot of us are like, no, we don't want it. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue eating my delicious salad and subscribe. By the way, I am going to start dropping music so y'all can judge me as I'm judging Demi Lovato, and you can call me like a skunky rat on the internet. So, you know, if it's out, go check it out.
GD plus MD is